Hello, if you've never seen me before, hi, my name is Youkeyy, and if you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Welcome to another edition of You Tried It, where I, Youkeyy, tries out different products for you guys. I give you the lowdown, the tea, the coffee, the palm wine, the horchata, the cranberry juice of it all. In today's video, I'm going to be trying out the Covergirl Vitalist Healthy Elixir Foundation. I want to do things a little differently because I do have a bit of a time constraint, so I want to apply the foundation on first, get my first few impressions of it, and then I'll talk about it with you guys. And by that time, it's already kind of eating up the wear time of the foundation test, if that makes sense. Soft Sable is not my color because when I swatched it, when I initially got it, it was too dark on the back of my hand. So I'm gonna hope and pray that Tawny is actually my color, but I'll go ahead and swatch it for you guys on the side of my face just so you can see what it's like. This is the shade Soft Sable. This is the shade Tawny. Soft Sable looks pretty red to me. Maybe even neutral. Like, my eyes are probably playing tricks on me, but Tawny is very golden undertone-y, almost like a mustard yellow in a way. That's how golden it is. My face has been moisturized, but I did not apply a primer. I have not been using primers for a few months now. I don't know, it's just not been appealing to me lately. I feel like Tawny is too light for me, and I didn't want to color correct just so you guys can see like the true coverage of the foundation. More Soft Sable, please. Got my mixing plate. Think let's do 2 drops of Soft Sable. It's not working. What? Do you guys see that? Like, I'm trying. There we go. Okay, the pump was just working like perfectly, and now I'm having issues getting product out. Okay, so now I have foundation everywhere, but I did manage to get some Soft Sable out, so I'm just mixing it. This is so cringy. Even as I'm doing it, I'm not gonna even front. Okay, I just wanted to get some of the product off my spatula. And you can see just how creamy the foundation is. Certain other foundations, they just kind of run. And I like that this one is more creamy. I don't like the color this is coming. Well, maybe that's doable. These 2 colors together is giving me a very interesting vibe. Using it with a brush, super blendable, very easy. I like the formula so far. I just don't like the smell. It's a strong perfumey smell. It's not a deal breaker for me if they do have a scent, as long as it's not making me cough or anything like that. I'm getting a little bit of itching. I don't know if that's the foundation or just my skin. Very much on the dewy side. For those who may not be familiar with my content, I do have dry skin, and I like to say that in every You Tried It video that I do. So just so you guys know, I have golden undertones, little bit of red undertones here and there, but primarily golden. I'm going to use a blending sponge on this side just so I get a comparison of what it's like blending and applying with a sponge compared to a brush. But as you can see, it's a close enough match. I really like this LA Girl sponge, by the way. I don't know, I feel like they did really good with this 108 brush and also with this sponge. I usually only apply my foundation with a brush, but I want to try this out with a sponge on one side for those of you who prefer to use a sponge. Let me go ahead and clean up my brows like I normally would, just so I can make sure that this is compatible with the concealer that I use for around my brows. And I'll blend it out and I'll come back and we will talk a little bit. I think I'm going to go ahead and use the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Concealer because it's quite drying, and I have done a You Tried It video on this and it was too drying for me, especially underneath the eyes. But mixing this with maybe a more luminous dewy foundation might give it a bit of a better result. I don't know. I'm gonna use the color C13. I'm not part of the ... crew. Those people that do ... and they're content with their lives. I'm not one of those. I goop on my concealer, especially because I have dark under eyes. So I don't want to apply too much of this concealer. Ugh. I still don't like the smell of this concealer. I still don't. I'm gonna add a little bit more. I'm gonna try to be fast with this as much as I can, but I like using it as an eyeshadow base. Because of the fact that it's so drying, it makes it perfect for pre-eyeshadow application, and then without setting it, you get more pigmentation out of your eyeshadows. And the main reason I didn't want to apply too much of this concealer is just so that it doesn't overpower the foundation. Yeah, this concealer, I'm already... It's in is not It's not meshing well. It just, I'm getting patches in certain areas already. To set this, I'm going to use the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder in the shade 35 Deep. I recently started using this, and I actually planned to do a separate You Tried It video on this powder. And let me just say, I love this powder so far. I like the powder for setting like underneath the eyes and all those other highlighted areas, because it's so smoothing. Tap off excess onto the back of my hand, blend out those creases, and then go right in with the powder. No, I applied too much. But you get the idea. I usually tap it in over and over again until the powder has disappeared, but I got too much onto my sponge. So I blend out those creases and then go right in with the powder. Just picking up the one that's on the back of my hand. And you see how much better that is? It doesn't look as powdery, I mean. Just a little bit of MAC Mineralizing, the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in the shade Dark Deep. These together is a vibe. Low key. I'm not going to apply anything else to the face because I don't want to distract from the real situation here, and I don't have anywhere to go. So that's mainly the reason why I'm not putting anything else on my face. So just kind of keeping in line with doing the things that I normally do, I'm gonna go ahead and set this with the MAC Fix Plus. With foundations like these, especially when you're not sure of the shade, you don't want to take it towards the jaw. You want to keep it to the center of the face, because then this happens. You can see that my jaw is more red than the neck area. Just gonna test out the formula, see what it's like. Test out the formula, see what it's like. The time is currently 9:13 a.m. on Friday, March 9th. So 8 hours from now, I will come back and show you guys what this foundation looks like, so you get a true before and after side by side kind of situation. So now let's talk about the foundation and how I got to know about it. So in December, I went to Vegas, but you know the Walgreens on the Vegas Strip, that one. And one of the Walgreens employees was like, hey, you know, how can I help you? I was like, oh, thank you, I'm okay. I'm not looking for anything. I'm just browsing and being nosy. And she's like, oh, you can't tell, but I'm really into makeup. And I was like, oh, tell me more. She suggested the Covergirl Vitalist Healthy Elixir foundation. She like walked me over to where it was at. She said she loves it. She wears it almost every day. I can't exactly remember how deep her skin tone was, but it was a few shades deeper than mine, and I believe she pointed to soft sable. So I kept seeing the foundation more and more, and the way she spoke about it, like she was very passionate about it. So I figured I might as well just try it out. It doesn't hurt. I don't remember what the price point was when I was there, but you know, everything is more expensive in Vegas, especially when it's on the Strip. Here's the issue. This foundation comes in 14 shades, but on a lot of online retailers, you can only get like 7 shades or 8 shades. It's really weird. I don't understand why you would have a foundation but not have the full shade range. So I got soft sable, and it was an add-on item, and it was only $4.59. So I was like, ooh, a bargain. I love a bargain, so I'm gonna get it. And I got it, and I was shocked to find out that they sent me 2 of them. So it was actually 2 foundations in 1 pack for $4.59. If you don't know about Amazon, they have these add-on items where if you purchase a certain amount of product, you can get certain add-on items shipped free with your order, and they're usually like smaller items that are cheaper. The next lightest shade is what I started looking for, and it was actually tawny. And I ordered it from Amazon, and I got tawny, and it was $9.98. And you get 30 mLs or 1 fluid ounce of product in it. On the Ulta website, this foundation goes for $11.99, and they only have 7 of the shades. On the Covergirl website, this is what it says about the foundation. Finally, a hydrating vitamin-infused formula for beautiful buildable coverage that glides on smoothly for a flawless finish. Vitalist Healthy Elixir Foundation is infused with vitamins E, B3, B5, plus SPF 20. A special antioxidant and vitamin complex plus SPF 20 work together to make your skin look healthy all day. Give your skin a luminous glow. Available in multiple shades from light to deep. As I told you guys, the 2 darkest colors are tawny and soft sable, but this foundation line definitely does not run dark enough. And you know, it's 2018. We're kind of tired of singing this limited shade range song. Now, soft sable technically is the only color that would work for deeper complexions. Tawny is more for medium tone complexions. If you do have a much more deeper complexion than me, let me know if you are able to use soft sable. The time is currently 6:37 p.m. and I wanted this to be an 8-hour wear test, but it ended up being a 9-hour wear test, and that's because I fell asleep took a nap. If you see like a bit of an imprint on this side of my face, just ignore it please, because I ended up falling asleep with this side of my face on top of my hand. I do need to kind of tweak the amount of tawny that I'm using, use more tawny rather than using more of the soft sable shade. You guys probably can't tell because of the lighting, but looking at it in real life and lighting that's not studio lighting, it's much darker than my neck. My face will start to have a bit of that dewy luminous glow after several hours of having a foundation on, regardless of whether or not it's a matte formulation or a more dewy luminous formulation. All in here, around my nose, the chin, almost everywhere except for the under eye area looks to have definitely brought some shine through. I do look more dewy than I'm used to, and obviously that's expected, especially because a lot of the foundations that I use are more on the matte side. So overall, I think this foundation held up nicely. This would be great for dry skin. I would not recommend it for oily skin though. It doesn't feel heavy or cakey or anything like that. It is blendable. It is buildable coverage. I feel like this foundation lasted pretty good. Everything else I like about this foundation, the price point, the formula, the creaminess of it all, the blendability, the coverage is more on the medium side. I would not call this a full coverage foundation. Now, the smell did end up going away, but it took a while. It's not a bad smell per se. I think it's just the fact that it's really perfumey and it's strong and it didn't go away quickly. But again, as I mentioned before, that is not a deal breaker for me. For any of you who care, the Makeup Revolution concealer does look like it's a bit better as far as the after compared to that first time that I tried it out, but my issue is still that it feels too drying underneath my eyes when I was going in to blend it and even now. So I probably will not be using this for underneath the eyes anytime soon. I'm just gonna stick to using it how I like it, which is for eyeshadow base purposes. The creases are not as bad as that first time I tried it on, and I wasn't really getting the coverage that I wanted because I applied so little, and I'm not used to applying so little of concealer underneath my eyes. So I think I've given you guys all the information that I know about this foundation, the pricing, the shade range, the availability, the blendability, and now you have a full 9+ hour wear test. So hopefully this gives you enough information to make an informed decision as to whether or not this is something that you would get if you are in the market for a new foundation. Let us know if you do use this foundation by commenting down below in the comment section, and also put your skin type down just so other people can see it and see if it would be a good match for them. And do not forget to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Hit the bell to get all notifications so you do not miss any of my uploads whatsoever. And be sure to follow me on social media. I'm on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, Vero. All of that will be in the description box for you guys. And yeah, I think that is all for this You Tried It edition. Thank you once again for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one, Lord willing. Stay blessed. Bye.